Hey guys, we're out here at the farm working. It's Uncle Doug. Hair's a mess. Sorry for that. Wind's blowing. It's a beautiful day, 70 degrees. We are working on the zip tie dome. I am cutting the PVC. I've got a little jig here I made. It's just a board with a cut on the end. You can see there. So the pipe sits down in this V. And then we're just taking a 3/8 inch drill bit on my handy cordless Ryobi, drilling a hole about a 1/2 inch from the end on each of these pipes. We're doing the 13-foot dome. We could do up to 25 foot if we want a giant. We could probably do bigger than that. These are the hub kits that come from Zip Tie Domes. John donated for our effort here, and Matthew's out here putting the first batch of them together. And oh yeah, well yeah, you can do them that way. Then you're gonna have to stand them up. You're gonna have to turn them at some point because they'll sit better that way. But it may be harder for you to attach them. Anyway, this is the 13-foot across zip tie dome. We're gonna have it put together here pretty quick and show you how this works, and then we're gonna walk it down somewhere out of view of the road so they don't think we're building teepees to live in. And 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep, there's 10 of them. It's a decagon. This one happens to be. And anyway, I'm going to keep drilling. I got a few more parts. We use 10-foot PVC, cut into 4-foot and 42.5 inch pieces, which left some scrap. But I got some little couplers that we're going to be able to put the scrap together to cut for the missing pieces. So we bought fewer than we had to pieces of PVC. We should have enough to build the actual dome, and then we're going to build the silo dome, which will raise it up another 3.5 4 feet. You can see that later. And we're going to work on how to cover it with the tarps that we got from the advertising companies, and provide a real inexpensive, very solid, able to have a fire in it, and able to be insulated, semi-solid shelter for somebody that's homeless or whatever, or for a chicken tractor, or for whatever we need it for, quarantine of animals or whatever. More later. Bye. Well, here we are a little further along. We're working on the second row. You can see there, Matthews. We've got the first row of uprights, and we're connecting the second layer. There's 2 more layers after that to finish out the dome. We broke a few. I was using the wrong drill bit. It was just a regular steel bit. I bent this to remember that I had cracked it. Once it's cracked, it's really no good. So this is one of the short ones, so I can't cut it down from one long one and use it as a short one. So we'll figure something else out to do with it. But I broke 4 of them before I went and got this drill bit that self-centers and runs better. The one I was using was just a regular steel bit, and this big old hammer drill was walking and sucking itself through real fast and cracking the PVC. It tends to crack, so you got to go slow. You don't want to heat it up, and you don't want to crack it. So you can see here's another one. I just clean cracked it off. So, and it was on the short ones, would you know? So I'd rather have been on the long ones, then we could cut them down and use them. Anyway, I don't think we got enough PVC. I bought everything Home Depot had, and they ran short. We got a stack of miscellaneous over there, but I don't think any of it's 1 inch. And if it is, it's really old and weathered, and from the greenhouse. And I don't want to really do that. So we'll probably just get some more PVC tomorrow at Home Depot and finish this thing off and show you the actual dome. And then we're going to do another layer under this and lift it up another 3.5 feet, and that'll give us a center height of about 10.5 feet, which I think will be better. Anyway, there's a little truck. We're trying to get it worked on. If the tranny checks out, we may drive that out to Washington and hauling a trailer. Anyway, that's all for now. More later. Bye. Hey guys, it's Uncle Doug. We're here inside the little dome, and it's about 6.5 foot. That's Clayton. He's here helping out, and we got all these hubs that hold it all together that are pretty cool. And when you put the whole thing together, they get real tight, enough you could hold a person up on this thing. What we've done here in the middle, because we didn't have giant PVC pipe, we took a 5-gallon bucket and a 3-gallon bucket and kind of did the same sort of thing, but they're not near as strong as the thicker PVC. So we're getting a little flex in the roof. Let me see if I can zoom in. I can't zoom out here, but I think when we tarp it and tie it all together and tighten down these zip ties, it'll be stronger. Because the thing's not really centered. It's not really tight yet on these things. So it'll hunker down when there's weight on it and put a tarp on it. But what the goal was to leave a hole out the middle where you could have a fire in here, or run a stovepipe up the center, rather than these little 2-inch hubs. So what we did was shorten these beams here a little bit and adjust for this thing. Right now he's getting this layer down here fastened in with the zip ties, and then we'll tighten down the center hub up here. I just kind of hacked at it. The holes aren't drilled the exact right size because I didn't have a 1 3/8 hole saw and a drill press to do these buckets, so we just kind of butchered them a little. But I think maybe when we pull all the zip ties tight, it'll hunker down tighter. If not, we can always pull these off, put the regular hub in the center, and put the slightly longer pieces right there. But we wanted to see what we could do for some fire movement out the top. Anyway, John told me, the guy from ZipTieDomes.com told me that he's got like a 21 or 25 foot dome that they use for a forge and blacksmith shop on his farm, and that would put the ceiling, this vent hole. He just uses one of these triangles, but it would be 20 feet off the ground, and he's never had any problem with melting or heat or anything, even using a forge. You can see right here, this isn't even in there. We haven't even tightened these down yet, so it's not even getting reinforced while he's pulling on this to get the zip tie through. It's flexing a little bit here and there. Anyway, this is let me stand against the wall here. I didn't know how this might work with a small fire in the middle or a rocket stove. This doesn't give you a good sense of it, but you could definitely fit 2 mattresses, maybe 3 mattresses, and some storage hanging from stuff. It's strong enough you could hang a hammock from like a hub over like to that hub, or yeah, probably that hub over there. I think it would be strong enough to hold a 150 or 200 pound guy in a hammock. But it would sleep 3 in a pinch. It would probably sleep 2 comfortably, and then have room for gear and a little fire in the middle, and some drinking water and whatever else they needed. But what we're going to do is make a door out of one of these triangles. You just take 2 pieces, hinge it at the hub, hinge them to each other, and then it swings up and out of the way to get in and out. But we'll show you that when it's done, when we get it covered with the tarp, and you can kind of see how it would all work. Anyway, more later. Bye.